Hi everyone, I just finished doing my nails at home. These are French sets made from acrylic with some gel white, pink and white gel polish. So if you need help with doing your nails at home and you want to know what tools to use and how to achieve this look, watch this video and yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so one of the tools I need to use is a cleanup brush, some acetone. So the cleanup brush and acetone is to remove any polish that gets on the skin. You're gonna need some nail art brushes. These are liner brushes or striper brushes. And I prefer the smaller, pointed, skinnier brush. You're also going to need a nail art palette like this to apply your gel polish so you can use it with your striper brush. You're also going to need 2 gel polishes, one nude pink or any nude of your choice, and a white. These are from the company Melody Suzie. You also need a top coat of your choice. And you need a lamp to cure the gel polishes in between. Alright, and before we get into it, I'm going to show you guys some things that I got at the Dollar Tree. I've found these there before. And they're just little jars. You can make your own acrylic mixes or little glitters if you wanted to. I got these nitrile gloves. And I got this palette for nail art. So it's a nail art palette you guys saw I just showed you guys. And I also found these cotton pads for soak offs. So I'm just opening the nail art palette. So pretty. Not bad for $1.25. Okay, so I'm opening up the gloves and I'm cutting them, basically taking the finger part off so that I can use them to protect my skin, because something I learned when I would do my nails, if I let product stay too long on my skin and it gets all over my skin, I get those little overexposure itchy feelings. So I try my best not to deal with that. There has been a lot of times where I don't wear gloves and I'm fine as long as I'm doing a better application, but it's also better to be safe than sorry. So if you want to use some gloves for extra protection, go ahead. So what you see me doing here is adding the white, and it's on the little nail art palette so I can access it and grab it with the brush. But before we do the white smile line, we're going to add the pink nude color of our choice. In this case, we're using a Melody Suzie pink. And it is such a pretty color. I believe it's the color P11. It did come in a kit, so I'll see if I could find the kit and put it up somewhere on the video if I have a chance. And so yeah, you put your first layer. That's what you do first. So that part is really easy. Just make sure it's like thin and not too thick. You just want to make sure it's curing properly. So we're adding one little layer on each nail. And I'm going to do my right hand first, but make sure that you're not touching the skin with this little brush either. And you're going to go around underneath the skin and brush down. It's like you're pushing up and bringing it down. Pushing up and feathering down the gel polish. Okay, so after you do that, you're going to go ahead and do your second coat. And in between, I am curing them for 1 minute. It depends on the gel polish you use, you guys. So just make sure you're curing enough. We all heard what's going on with the Beatles gel. Supposedly, the Beatles gel doesn't have enough initiator and I think too much inhibitor. So it's basically instead of having it cure, it's literally stopping it from curing, basically. And that's causing a lot of allergies in a lot of people. So I guess stay away from beetles. Allegedly, they didn't want to share their SDS sheets until recently. And I also heard, I saw on TikTok, you guys, that beetles is being carried in Walmart. So it's kind of ironic that they have a lot of this bad um, stuff being said about them, and they're literally in a store that anybody can access. So it is a little bit scary. I don't know. We got to get into that in a separate video. But as you can see, in order for me to create a French, it's not hard as it seems. I think you just need to know some guidelines, right? So what I did is I created 2 lines on the sides and a line at the bottom, and I start creating basically 2 triangles on the sides after that. And this brush is my second favorite to do the French. To be honest, I like the thinner one, but using them hand in hand is great because this one grabs more products, so you could actually fill in the white with this one, and you can use the thinner striper brushes or liner brushes to create a crisper smile line. So you'll see me go back and forth with using both of the brushes. Another thing, you can also use any other colors of gel polish that you have and create the same French look. And when you get really good at doing nail art, you could even add nail art onto those French designs because there's people that like cheetah print and they want it French at the same time. So getting to know how to do a basic French, you can start incorporating more design, different colors. You can use a liner and grab some glitter silver, some glitter gold, and do like a smile line where, or create a line where the smile line is. Those are really cute designs. So learning how to do a French will help you with all that. There's a lot of designs that have a French included. So as you can see, I'm using the little skinnier liner brush, and this is what's actually helping be more detailed, getting in those lines that are uneven and making them a lot more crispier, a lot more cleaner versus the other brush that has more weight and hair on it. I just feel like it makes cleaner lines. I hope that makes sense, but I think you can see what I mean when I'm using the brush. And then we're grabbing the cleanup brush and cleaning up whatever gel I feel like isn't clean, going back and filling the nail with more white. Make sure that it's spread out. And yeah, we're just focusing on where we can do better, where it should be cleaner, if it's missing any of the color in any part of the nail. And there goes the first one, which is a thumb. I cured that under the lamp for about a minute, and then I'm gonna go and finish the rest, but it's basically the same thing. You're doing a line on each side of the side walls of the nail, and you could even add a line at the bottom or not. You could also just create the triangle right away, but I like to do it this way. Sometimes I don't do the bottom line regardless through the sidelines, and then create two triangles on the end. And then you can fill them up with the white. It's not really as hard as it seems. I think the only hard part would probably be the part where like you're trying to connect them and swoop them together, going back and forth to make sure that you feel like they're even, it's even on each side. That's really the harder part, but I guess this method makes it so much easier. And then you're going to finish it off with some top coat. This is Koopa top coat. I just bought a new one. This one was already running out. It was on its last leg. So I did order one from Amazon. I do have an Amazon, I think they call it a storefront. I have an Amazon storefront and I put all the stuff that I use constantly. So if you're interested in anything that I actually use, that would be in the Amazon storefront, which I believe is in the description box. All right, so we cured all of the gel applications. We cured the pink and we cured it for 60 seconds. Then we added a second layer, cured it for 60 seconds, and then we added the white and did this smile line. We created a smile line and cured that for 60 seconds. And then we added the top coat, cured for 60 seconds. Some gel polishes they're like 30 seconds to cure the colors, but today, to be safe, because I could have sworn this particular gel polish was to be cured for a minute, so I just stood with my instincts. I don't really remember, but just to be safe, that's what I did. So just check the bottles that you use, you guys. Matter of fact, let me check. Okay, before I go and check on that, I'm doing the same thing with my other hand, but because I have to use my left, I go really, really slow. I think it took me literally exactly 5 minutes just to do each finger. So if you're at home and you're practicing and you're like, okay, I'm getting a little better, but it's taking me a while. It took me 5 minutes. That's not really bad, especially when you're using your left hand or you're using your non-dominant hand. All right, I had to stop doing the voiceover really quick so I can look it up. And I asked ChatGPT, and ChatGPT told me that, first of all, the kit is from the Floor We collection, right? I don't know if I'm saying that wrong or not, but it basically has like a beautiful flower art on in the front with white, and it came with four colors. It came with a pink, the pink that I'm using, a white, the white that I'm using, and a nice red, and also a black. And it came with about three brushes, and they're all nail art brushes. You guys, I had a video, or I have a video up. If you guys want to check out that video of that set, I'm telling you, I love that set so much. I've actually used the polishes a good amount of time. It has red for like if I want to do a color. It has black because that's obviously the opposite of white. People use black a lot in nail art, and the white, obviously, right? So that kit was so cute. So it came with four of the colors in beautiful bottles and six of their nail art brushes. But to answer your question, so when my intuition said cure for 60 seconds, that's because, yes, that's what ChatGPT said, cure for 60 seconds. Because I remembered when I was doing the video, when I was showing you guys in another video, this specific Melody Suzie nail or gel polish kit, I specifically remember that it said cure for 1 minute. So yeah, cure for 1 minute each time. and do the final cure with the gel polishes. Well, I'm sorry, with the top coat, and you should be good. So I'm wondering why there's a 60 seconds. Some of them are 30 minutes. It just really depends on the company's formula and why. I feel like, you know what it is? If I had to guess, it's because these polishes are a little on the thicker side, but they're very good quality. The polishes, I actually really loved this set. Okay, so something that I really love to do that I've learned from past nail techs over the years is I'm going to grab my 100 and 180 file. And what I was shown is if after you add any color to your acrylics or maybe your gels or anything, basically adding more color on top of what you already have. If you think about it, I added one, two, three layers of color, and the fourth layer would be top coat, right? So the nails lose their shape a little bit, and by doing this right here, by filing the free edge at the bottom again and making it crispier again, like bringing that crispiness back, and doing the sides. So we do file the one side, file the other, and we're getting rid of the bulkiness that any gel polish that we added may have created. So we're trying to get rid of a little bit of the bulkiness and narrow the nails down in a sense. Not really narrow them, but just kind of perfect them back a little bit more. So adding the color at the very tip doesn't really matter when you're applying the white, because for me, I'm just going to remove it, but some people do anyway. And if you're getting rounded nails, well, then maybe you can just keep the white at the free edge because you're gonna leave them rounded anyway. But because I like them like this, a little bit more crispy, not too sharp, but you know what I mean. It's not like the corners are that sharp. And I just sprayed my nails with some cleansing spray. It's basically nail cleansing spray. And I used that manicure brush to clean, and there was something under one of my thumbs on the left one. So I'm like, ew, what the heck is that? It's obviously probably something from when I was cooking for the kids because they're homeschooled. They get 3 meals a day, and so I'm always in the kitchen. But yeah, make sure you use a manicure brush to clean consistently underneath your nails just to keep them clean. So here we're adding some cuticle oil on to all of the nails. And this is going to bring them back to life, nice and healthy. I actually, you know what? I should be doing a scrub to show you guys how you can do like a home sugar scrub because my hands right here, oh my gosh, so dry, especially when anybody goes to the nail salon. You end up having your hands look dry if the lotion wasn't added. I mean, the cuticle oil can only do so much. So yeah, I should show you guys how to do one at home, like a sugar scrub. But anyways, or you could add a hot towel. A hot towel after you do this to your nails, they will make your nails look so pretty. Okay, so and your skin will be glowing. So yeah, this is the end result. Ta-da! I love them, and they were made from home. So if you are trying to figure out how to do that, it's a basic, step that you can take. It just, I think the hard part is just the patience. You have to do it. As long as you have the patience, put some music on in your room, zone out, tell everybody to leave you alone. It could be a great excuse to be left alone. So go ahead and use that excuse. Get some nice good music, go do your nails at home and in your own personal space. Yeah, that sounds good, right? All right, until next time, thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe.